welcome to my channel. My name is Caroline, and this is my little corner of the internet where I talk all about cross stitch, sewing, knitting, and all the other crafty things I get up to. I tend to forget to look up what running number of Flosstube this is. This time I did it. It's Flosstube number 26. And there are also some Flosstube extras on my videos. I think we're up to 30 videos. And also, we're almost up to December. Doesn't everyone at this time of year kind of say, wow, where did the time go? How is it the end of November already? Well, but it feels like it, doesn't it? It's crazy that tomorrow is December 1st, and yeah, in a month there will be 2025. Yeah. So I'm here today to talk to you about my stitching from the last 2 weeks, and also I have a little bit of an announcement to make. I really hope that I won't jinx it and that I can do it. My plan is to do Flossmas starting tomorrow. So what I want to do is I have 4 advent calendars. Went a little bit overboard this year. Well, one of them is just a tea advent calendar, and then there are 3 crafty ones. And my plan is to open the advent calendars on video and then also do my daily stitching for the Evertoad advent. Hopefully, like show you what I'm doing, and then maybe just take you along a little bit through my advent, what I'm crafting, what I'm doing, and stuff. And I won't have daily videos because during the work week, I don't think I could manage daily editing. The daily filming will be fine, but daily editing is another ballpark. So, yeah, I'm shooting for twice a week. And I was very inspired by Jen from Jen's Fiberweb and her October Startathon. I'm not going to start one thing every day. Did that last year. If you haven't seen it, go back to my Stitch Mess, I think it was last year, and I did weekly videos, but one start every day. I don't have it in me this year, and I have enough whips to work on. So, no, not daily starts, but I was inspired by her video to film a little bit every day and then edit it together a few times a week. So that's the plan starting tomorrow. First day will be easy because it's a Sunday, and then the work week starts, and then it's going to get interesting. But we will see how it goes. Yeah, so if you haven't already or if you are new, I would really love it if you would subscribe. I'm so close to 2,000 subscribers, and if we could make that happen this year, how amazing would that be? So yeah, I think that's it intro-wise. Today I'm going to show you all the stitching I did in the last 2 weeks. As I said, I did a little bit of knitting, but not nearly enough to show you. Yeah, you wouldn't even be able to see progress, but I did a lot of stitching and some sewing. So that's what I want to show you. After my last video, I fully jumped into Christmas stitching. I have been doing almost only Christmas stitching already, and it was all started with picking up a whip that had its 5th birthday at the beginning of November, and then I wanted to finish it, and you can already see it over there. This is now almost fully finished. Why almost? So I made this into a pillow and I haven't sewn the bottom up yet, and I'm still debating if I like that kind of. I'm still debating if I like how fully or not fully stuffed this is, or if I want to add more batting in there. So that's why I haven't sewn it up. But this is Christmas Parade by Cottage Garden Samplings. I did it with all the called for DMC colors, 2/2, on Vintage Stormy Night, Lugana by Swigert. And I started this, as I said, November 3rd, 2023 last year, and I finished it November 18th this year. And when I was coming to the end of this, I just knew I wanted to make a pillow. It's so cute. I love it. In the back, I have this star print, my tag. And yeah, I don't know yet if I want to do some trim. Probably not, because I do not want to detract from the stitching. And yeah, need to sew that up. I see that a lot of people are doing the pillow finishes with the slit in the back and a patch on top. And I thought of doing that. But I actually don't really have any problems with that, with sewing up the bottom. I need to do it by hand, but I don't mind. And I can do it. You really cannot tell that that there was an opening when I do it. So that's just the easiest way for me to do. Yeah, I love this. This will, yeah, be out a few days more, and then I will decide if I want to stuff it anymore. I'm a little bit hesitant because I don't want it too plump so that you cannot see the edges anymore, but I don't want it floppy. So, one more look. It's amazing. I'm so happy that I finished it. Also, I have my forest fairy tale style in the background, still not framed. I need to get on that. Haven't had the mental space for that yet. So it's just there in the background for now. The Christmas parade is my only finish from the last 2 weeks, but I actually had a new start. Yeah, I did it. One new start for November. In my last video, I said that I was thinking about starting Yule Goddess by Sunflower Stitches. And then on November 19th, after finishing this one, I started it and I got so much done already. It's in my Q-snap, in one Q-snap. It looks great on camera. So this is a full coverage piece, and I'm doing it 2/1 10 stitch on 25 count easy grid with CXC threads. And I just love on this shot how you can already tell where the trees are coming in. And yeah, I started with the color that is used the most in the whole chart, 939, and then added on, I think, one or two more colors, but you cannot tell from that point because all of them are dark blue. The 10 stitch and also a lot of block stitching made for me already doing, I think, 5,000 stitches on this. And I think I'm 4% in. Yeah, I am doing this. I don't even know how we would call it. It is cross country, but page wise. And also there's a lot of block stitching for now. So is it really cross country if it's block stitching? Yeah, I have here is page 1, here is page 2 that goes to here, and then that little bit is just page 3 started where I finish my threads and also to prevent page lines. But I like that system because I can fit 2 pages in my Q-snap, just finish them and then move the Q-snap. So that's the plan for now. Still have quite a bit of block stitching to do. But the 939 on page 1 and 2 is done. So now on to subtle color changes. Yeah, this is fun. I love this. Oh, and this is how my back looks like for now, if you're interested. I have this in an 8x11 Q-snap. I just like how that fits into my Lowry stand and how I can work on that. And because there's a lot of fabric dangling around, I made myself a grime guard. This lovely Christmassy grime guard, especially for that project because it fits the colors so well. And yeah, so that stays on there for now. While I was in the mood and in the process of making grime guards, I made quite a few more. I made this one is for an 8x11. Then I made this one for 8x8. This cute one with a bunny for an 8x8. And then this one is for an 11x11 Q-snap. I'm using the Grime Guard tutorial by a Threadbare Stitching. I will have a link down below, or you can Google it. I really like their tutorial because it's easy to follow, not too many steps, and they have their measurements for all the sizes on there, so easy to follow. One thing I would say, so for me personally, my favorite width is 6 inches, because then I can use my quilting ruler. I don't have a big hassle with cutting, and then I have just a small tunnel for the elastic. Yeah, and it's just serged for me. So yeah, that was my Grime Guard sewing day, I think. Next, I want to talk about whips. The first one, as I said, you will see this a lot, is Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery, the one that I want to finish until next October. So I'm doing 750 stitches a week. For this week, I haven't done them yet. I'm up to 400 and some, I think. I was so focused on other pieces that I almost forgot that one. So I still have a little bit to do, but it's fine. I can do it. And I made myself a grime guard for this one as well. It had to happen. I have this in my lower when I'm stitching on it, so that I can use the bigger Q-snap and not have to move it all the time. And I wanted to make a grime guard that matches matches it a little bit. So super fun. I need to take that out of the Q-snap. I'm just realizing to show you what I have done. So that's basically what I have so far, just over 30%. I have been working in here, so this, and then the birds a little bit, and then this part I did last night. I have a little bit of a boo-boo in here, but I frogged a little bit, and the rest I fetched. So yeah. This is stitched on 32 count Lucan by Zweigart 2/2 with anchor threads. And in my last video, someone asked what the anchor colors were. So let me grab them. The darker green is anchor 1044. Ooh, does it focus? Yeah. And the lighter green is anchor 844. I could remember that. So those are the two colors that I'm using. I need to rebuy these. I'm just realizing only one skein left. Yeah. There will be quite a few more. Still haven't made a bigger project bag that my Q-snap fits in. You cannot do it all, right? Yeah. So one more look. This is a lovely needle minder I got from my friend Fanny from Cross Stitch Couture on Instagram, or the Soul Stitches here on YouTube. I really enjoy stitching on that project, I have to say. I mean, I have to sometimes in a week, I have to make myself pick it up. But when I do, I really like stitching on it. There is one more whip that was not Christmas, and then we're going to jump into Christmas. So this was chosen for me on my stitchy game that I am playing with my friend Alex from Alex Stitches. And it chose Busy Hands, Happy Heart by Hello from Liz Matthews. This is her, or this was her, a Patreon chart in some, I think, July or something. So it is not available at the moment. And I want to do the pillow. So I'm doing this 4/2 on 20 count even weave. And it feels so wrong doing that. I think I say that every time. And this is what I got to. Oops. I need to make a board, guys. So this is, as I said, on an even 20 count even weave. It was light yellow, and I overdyed it. I overdyed it a little bit to make it darker. And this was started on September 4th for Sunflower September, because I kind of think that those flowers look a little bit like sunflowers. And I'm doing it with DMC 898. As I said, 4/2. This eats so much DMC. On here, this is just over 500 stitches, and I used up one whole skein already. That's just bonkers. Yeah, but I love how this is turning out. It's a little bit tedious to stitch because you feel like you don't make any progress. But since last time, I think I had 60 stitches in and I did 500 or something. Yeah, this is Busy Hands, Happy Heart. Someday this will be a pillow too, but small doses because it's tedious to stitch. It's easy to see, obviously, but you have to add and you have to change threads because your thread runs out so quickly. I love stitching 1 over 2 on like 40 count because I can do, or the full coverage, I can do, I think, 100 stitches with just one thread length. And in here it's like 35. Yeah. Are you ready for Christmas? I started Christmas stitching with that one, obviously. And then I kind of thought that I would want to stitch only or mostly Christmas, except for my Fruits of Plenty. The next whip that I got to choose from my whip game was Percy Penguin by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. I have this in this project bag that housed the Christmas parade before. Now it was available, so in here lives Percy. Percy Penguin, I started on July 24th with my friend Alex from Alex Stitches for hashtag Christmas House Sal. And this is where I am at the moment. I'm doing this on 40 count Vintage Country Mocha by Swigert, 1/2 with over dyed threads. I'm using some of the called for, so the red bricks are called for, and some others are just similar colors from Stash. This lovely needle minder I bought in London. It just matched the colors. Yeah, so those are my colors. I have mostly classic colorworks, 1 weeks and 2 Roxy Floss colors. Yeah. I had a very, very small start before I picked that up, just a little bit in that corner. And I added over 1,000 stitches into this. I need to be a little careful not to lean into my microphone too much because I guess I'm getting very loud if I do that. Oh, I'm shaking. Ah, this is lovely. It's nice to stitch on. I love the penguin. I'm not even at the penguin. So that's Percy. When Percy's goal was met, the whip game told me to pick up my favorite whip. What prompt is that? I cannot choose a whip. Favorites. No. And then I choose the Christmas winter whip I most wanted to stitch on. And that was Days of Christmas by Hello from Liz Matthews. I have it in this wonderful project bag. And I'm doing all the 12 days on one piece of fabric, and I make them tiny. I still have this one in my Q-snap because day 2 is not yet finished, but almost. So for this one, this is what I have. So day 2 is almost done. I stitched so much on this, a few thousand stitches. I basically only had one bird, a part of the frame, and one house or something. I'm doing this on 25 count opalescent even weave, and I over dyed that a little bit to make it look a little more vintagey, grungy. I don't know if you can tell. Here it is. See, like I used some gray and some taupe to over dye that. Matches my sweater perfectly. The wonderful needle minder on there is by Laura from Cotton and Clay. Yeah, so I'm using DMC colors, and the border of the boxes is Classic Colorworks Eringo Emerald. Yeah, I am using most of the calls for DMC, but making some changes. So all the snowflakes were charted in black. I don't want black snowflakes, so I used a light blue. Then, as I said, the border is Eringo Emerald instead of black. And then in the houses, I saw that on, I think Brenda from Handwork Maniac, but I am not 100% sure. I didn't want to do the initials because I couldn't decide who to put on there. I have a very small family. Yeah, so, and I saw that someone was doing windows and doors, and I was like, perfect, that's what I'm going to do. So I charted out some windows and put them in there. And I'm stuck now because over here is a box where you can put the year. I have not even one of 12 boxes done. So what year do I put there? Do I just leave it blank for the end date? Or do I put the year in every box, but then the other boxes don't have a place for the year? So what I'm probably going to do is just finish up the last house here and then the smoke from the chimneys, and then move on to the next box and then think about that year place here later if I put the end year or just my initials or something. So yeah, I love it. It looks great. And it's so tiny. Amazing. Why did I start with the second day? Well, I have had the first day fully stitched already and then decided to change my fabric. So I needed the break and I wanted to start in the middle anyway. So yeah, second day. The last Christmas whip I have been working on is Woodland Cheer by Dimensions Gold Petite. This is, as the name says, a Dimensions kit that I started last December. And I'm using the kit Floss, but I changed the fabric because this was on a very stiff Ada and there would have been a lot of French knots in the background. So I changed to this 32 count linen with the white printed on dots, and I made amazing progress. All the cross stitches are done. I made it my goal to have all of them done before I move to the next Christmas project. So stitching, cross stitching is done, but there is quite a bit of backstitch and some French knots left. So as you can tell, the deer and the ice bear don't have eyes yet, and there is a little bit of detail missing, but it already looks so good. I omitted the text down here where it says Woodland Cheer. And yeah, I think I want to finish that in one of those tree stand-ups that Hella from this Matthews does, and Helen D has a lot of them too. I'm so happy. So happy. I hope to have this fully finished by Christmas, but that's a month. So not quite a month, but 4 weeks. So I think that's doable. Just chipping along on it with the backstitch a little bit at a time. Yeah, and that's it what I stitched on. I focused a lot on certain pieces for a period of time and hyper focused on this one. Whoops. And also on the dimensions. So yeah, I made quite good progress. I have a few more Christmas whips that I want to touch. And when I was going through them, I found two more UFOs. One of them is Christmas related, one is not. The one that's Christmas related is Bauble Birds by Boomerang Stitches. And this is a sad one because I really, really wanted to stitch on that and I love the pattern and I will for sure restart it. And I even like how it looks. This is what I have had. It's the Ada. I cannot do it. Do you hear that? Do you hear how stiff that is? I personally cannot do that. It, I mean, No, I'm not an Ada stitcher. It's just what it is. I used the call for colors in CXC threads. And when I thought about picking this up, I was so excited about the pattern. But I thought about stitching on that Ada, and I don't want to. I will restart that on linen or even weave and be happy. And probably not this year though. And then I found one more. This is Welcome Spring by Sub Rosa Design. This was in the 2019 spring issue from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. And my plan was to change that cat into Mario and then also the text on there. I started this in May. And that's what I did. And I like the pattern, but I'm not excited about it anymore. I found some other cat patterns, maybe that are already black and white, that I'm way more excited to stitch than this one. So yeah, this got kicked. And I'm happy to have that fabric back for something else because that is one I myself dyed. This is 40 count linen. Excited to stitch something else on this one. I haven't even checked what that did to my whip count. Let me see. 39. I have 39 whips at the moment. So we will see if I can make the 40 by the end of the year, but I have some starts planned, so probably not. Who knows? But that is a wonderful segue into plans. I'm, of course, going to chip away at my Fruits of Plenty, even in December, every week, 750 stitches. Then tomorrow is December 1st, and one of my advent calendars that I'm going to open is the Evertoad Advent. And there is the daily stitching on that. So I'm going to do that. It will be a new start, but hopefully a finish also in December. There is Jingle Ball next weekend, and I'm going. And I'm predicting some wonderful freebies and purchases at the Jingle Ball that I'm going to start, maybe. And I have a few more Christmas winter related starts I want to do. The first one is in this project bag because it's not a whip, but it's also not completely new. So in here live my seasonal etchings by Heart in Hand. And I want to do the December one to have this finished. They go quite quickly. This might even be a good Jingle Ball stitch because it's big, it's easy to see. And the one I'm missing is this one. It's the Winter Cardinal etching. So it's only 2 colors. Yeah, this could be it is some counting, but not too bad. So this could be a very good Christmas Jingle Ball Christmas stitch. And I have 2 colors on here that I want to do this with. The Sticks and Twigs, that's the called for. And then I'm also going to use Cherry Cobbler. Oh, both are called for. So this is a plan, a definite plan. And then I also want to do some ornaments. I want to do by Brita Cup Designs, one of the Britty Kitties. I did one with sugar candy cane stick last year, and I want to do one every year. So I have this pack. It's a little bit glary, and I think I'm going to do this one. And I also have those. They are so cute. I definitely want to start one of them. And then I also have already all the flosses picked, but not the fabric, of Christmas Sampler by Lizzie Kate. This is so cute. This could be a quick stitch. I mean, the fill-in here is a lot, but other than that, looking forward to this one. And then I have 2 maybes, possibilities, don't know yet. My friend Alex went through her whips and decluttered some whips, had some UFOs, and asked if anyone wanted to adopt certain ones. And I saw one and I was like, are you, would you give that away for adoption too? And she said, yes, of course. And I got it yesterday. I'm talking about Welcome to the North Pole by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And she has quite a bit done already. And I'm really thinking about picking that up before Christmas because I love it. It's this, from the look of it, it is 32 count vintage country mocha by Zweigart, and she did it 2/2 on with the DMC conversion, I think. So I love the look of this. It's so fun and bright, and so that's a possibility. And then I also got the next installment of the round robin that I'm doing with Alex, Fanny, and Marion. We are all doing the 4 seasonal baskets by Crochet a Go-Go. And I got Alex's, and she has the autumn done. This is 40 count vintage country mocha, and now I'm going to stitch winter on her piece. So am I going to start this before Christmas? Maybe. If I'm in the mood for it, then I will do that. And that's it. I feel I was very quick today, but I didn't have a ton of different projects in the last few weeks. What I want to do this time is I want to mention a few Flosstubers that are new to me or that I rediscovered. First, there is Kim from Cross Stitch Kim. She has a fairly new channel, but she's doing weekly videos, so a lot to watch already. She is from Canada and she does a lot of model stitching for Erin Elizabeth Designs, and she has amazing projects. They're very much my style, and I love to watch her. And also, she has the most wonderful naughty cat that likes to play with her decorations. It's they're fairly short videos because they're weekly, so I like to watch them when I don't have too much time in between something. And she's super nice and super sweet, and you would never guess that her channel is that new. So give her a watch. Then she's not new and I have been watching her for a while, but Julie from Kansas City Girl in the Colorado World. Wow, that's a tongue twister. She just put out a video where she fully finishes 89 pieces in a month. What? All the pieces she shows are just stunning, and then her fully finishing. And what I really, really love, it's so relatable. So they're beautiful stitches, beautifully finished, but she's not concerned about it being 1 millimeter off here and there, or if it's 1000% perfect, but it looks stunning, and that's so nice to see. So check that out if you haven't already. Oh, and she also framed Fruits of Plenty. Then Everyday Stitcher is back. I missed her. I watched her a lot last December, and she had like a 6 or 7 month break, I think, from filming, but she's back to filming and she showed what she has finished in that break time. And it was a lot. So yeah, I really liked watching her. If you like long videos, I can recommend her. And then maybe, I don't like to play favorites, but maybe my favorite new find is Adelaide Stitches. She is from Australia, and I love her channel. It's so fun to watch. I found her, I think she did a Christmas stitchy plans video and got recommended to me. She does a lot of very cute patterns, I would say. So tiny modernist, frosted pumpkin stitchery in that area. So not all of what she stitches I would necessarily stitch, but it's bright, it's fun. She is lovely. I love. I just. She's just an amazing person to watch, and yeah. So big shout out to those 4 Flosstubes. If you need some something to watch. But I would guess that December will be jam-packed full of amazing videos. So, as I said, I'm going to do Flossmas. I know that probably your subscription feed will be very full. I would be very happy if you would still come and see what I'm doing each day. Would be nice. I would really appreciate that a lot. I would guess there are some Mario cameos if this is enticing to you. My cat Mario showing up. I will be filming in a different spot in my living room because this is where my Christmas decoration is and where my advent calendars are. And I'm probably going to film in the morning before I go to work at like 5:30, 6 a.m. And then I'm not coming here at that hour. So yeah, that's also why Mario is probably showing up. I'm starting to ramble. I hope everyone in America had a lovely Thanksgiving week, Thanksgiving Day, that you had lots of great food and amazing company. I'm hosting a little pre Christmas Advent lunch today where my parents and a friend are coming. So I'm looking forward to that. Gotta get onto cooking now. And other than that, looking forward to Advent and to Christmas. In one way, I'm very much into Christmas already, and on the other hand, it seems like it's a long way off. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. So yeah, that's it from me for today. Thank you so much if you clicked on this video and watched. One more reminder this time, if you haven't already, I would love it if you could subscribe to not so that you don't miss my December Flossmas. And with that, I hope to see you soon. Bye.